Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Blaqamore podcast. At least that's what we calling it for now. I'm Blaqamore. Got a guest with me. Introduce yourself.
Damien, DameDash. Pretty simple.
Alright, and we was talking about that Eminem and MGK shit. Now, the first I heard about it was the diss that just came out the other day. And you was saying he should start from the minute.
So it started from a song he did with Tech Nine. It was a feature.
MGK did with Tech
Nine? Yeah. MGK did with Tech Nine called No Reason. And I don't remember who else was on the track, but I know, there were some references to Eminem on the track where he, mentioned Dr. Dre and Compton and stuff like that. So I kind of...
He did Dr. Dre too, or just mentioned
No, he just mentioned him in a reference to Eminem, or subliminal, if that's what you want to call it, because, that's what a lot of people do nowadays, the subliminal rap, that's what I call it. But yeah, when I first heard that, and it was... I guess it had a lot to do with, MGK first, mentioning his daughter in the tweet.
What did he say about his daughter?
He said his daughter was high as fuck, you know what I'm saying?
How old is his daughter now?
She's 22 now?
This is old.
22 now, but she was 16 at the time. And I guess he was 22 at the time. Something like that. Maybe my math is off, but,
She's 22?
So, yeah.
Niggas is old.
Yeah. Eminem up there though. He up there.
Yeah.
He I don't know how old he is. I know he's pushing 40 though.
That's crazy.
But yeah. So and that's out of line. I get it.
Absolutely.
I
didn't even know that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
if I had a daughter and somebody said that, I'd be kind of upset about it too. But yeah, that's kind of where the tweet and then the references in the Tech Nine track he did. With Tech or whatever, and so Eminem responds, fast forward 6 years. But yeah, man, just getting back to the topic. Yeah, man, you gotta give MGK his props for that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people automatically wanna. This is my biggest problem. Everybody want to automatically give the W to Eminem, and he ain't even respond yet. Or this one record, they want to give him the W. The problem with it is, it's like popular artists always automatically get the W after that.
Like, is there even a point to battling anymore?
I don't know. It is. Really? Because like where that's at now is like people are actually going at the bigger artists now.
I love it. I appreciate it. But as far as the victors, niggas is saying Pusha T lost and Drake ain't even did nothing.
Man, that beef actually kind of irritated me because, Pusha T been going at Drake and
he been going at a lot of niggas for it.
You know what I'm saying? And Drake got a little overconfident with that. That's my opinion on that. Drake got a little overconfident, went at Pusha. I told niggas that Pusha T is on a whole nother level when it comes to his lyrical battle. He might not sell records like Drake, but I'm not a sales type of person. If you dope, you dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to your music whether you sell 1 million records or if you only sell 50,000. If you dope, you dope. And a lot of people don't go off of that. They want to throw out he sold this many millions, or he got this many hit records and stuff like that, which that does matter. I'm not saying that don't matter at all, but I'm just saying like that doesn't.
I don't think it matters. We're battling though.
No, we're battling. It shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't.
It only matters when one rapper makes it sound good on wax. If they can say I sold more than you and they make it sound good in a better, more clever way, then outside of that,
it's just... and it's hard to say if that does. Like, if that's starting to turn tables on that now, because, I want to say this. Nicki Minaj has always been known for doing that. I've did a lot of research on that, because I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan, but I try to pay attention to all different, what's going on in the hip-hop world and stuff like that, because I love it. It's just like any other thing that I love and enjoy. She's always bringing up sales. She's always bringing up how many... how long she's been popular and stuff like that, and now it's starting to backfire, because people start, get tired of hearing it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, we heard this, just put out the music.
Yeah.
It's very few artists out there that just put out the music, and they're the ones that I like. It's a lot of rappers that are on some gimmicks type stuff, where it's like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just put out the music.
Did you see the clip I put up when Duff said that she was better than Nas?
Man, I don't understand that one. I don't get it. That's ridiculous, man. Like Nas is a legend. Nas is a fucking legend, dude. You can't say that. You can't. I mean, I respect everybody's opinion.
I don't.
But some stuff.
I mean, that was fine. I don't disrespect about the music.
I'm saying on a respect level, I don't agree with it at all. Yeah. I don't. That shit is some blasphemy bullshit right there. Like you can't say Nas is whack and he ain't got no lyrics and all this and whatnot. Like I understand you. There's a lot of rappers I ain't a fan of. I'm not a big Wayne fan. I'm not a big Wayne fan, but I ain't gonna never say he just fucking trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like music is like too subjective anyway. Like it's if you feel somebody or not, and that's not nothing you could like quantify and
right.
Like if I like Boosie, I like him. Right. What do you want from me? I'm not gonna sit here and say he's lyrically better than goddamn Lloyd Banks back in the day or nothing like that.
Right. But say some crazy like off the wall shit like.
But I still prefer to listen to Boosie over Banks because I just feel him more.
Right.
That's just that.
Right. And that's what it's about. Like you know, it's artists that you know I listen to them because they made me feel a certain way, and that's how hip hop started. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like. Shit. Maybe Nas ain't throwing out all kind of crazy ass like punchlines and stuff like that, but at the same time, he ain't come from that area. I feel like people try to pit the way rap is now and compare it to how it was back then. But even with that being said, it don't mean that Nas is weak. Like that's crazy to me. Like that's. Now
I will say this though, and this is why I didn't go hard on him. He was weak for like 5 years, from like 2008 to whatever he put out Life is Good. From Obama being elected to him putting out Life is Good and everything in between, Nas was trash.
Really?
Name me something good of Nas that came out.
Nas album that came out. It came out the same time Jeezy put out Motivation 102. He had the President Black song on there.
Yeah, and that's when I said Nas is trash because he said she's not a politician, she's a politician. That line is trash. I'm sorry.
Oh man!
I called Nas trash until Life is Good came out.
Right. But Nas, he got some features out there where he spit on some stuff.
Not in between them years. Nope. Let me know when you find it.
Hey, his legend is solidified though.
It is. Ain't nothing you can do to really fuck it up, but there's only so much you can do to fuck it up.
You can't fuck it up though. You can't.
You think you could after this all this time?
What you think about his last album?
I liked it. It was cool.
I don't like how short it was.
Huh?
I don't like how short it was.
Yeah.
I like out of everybody that put out those 7 album joints, Pusha T had
Terrence, oh yeah.
He had one that was like, okay, I could fuck with this. Everything else was like, all right, I heard it. I'm cool, move on.
I liked the shit he had with Dream on the Nas album. To me, that song was better than every song on Pusha T shit. But Pusha T shit was better than Nas whole shit. But I like that song he had with Dream the most out of that whole Kanye rollout. But that's just me. Every time Nas and Dream and Kanye get together, it's always a hit.
There's motivation in the studio.
Yeah. Dream collabs good with Kanye. Even with this shit he did with Push back in the day. Damn. Shit, he kind of going on Drake on that shit. Like he signed to one nigga, that signed to another nigga, that signed to 3 niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what that's
them niggas ain't riding for you. I forgot what it's called.
I can't remember what that shit's called either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
I know what you're talking about. He went in on that. See, that's what I'm saying. He put out that and he didn't respond to it. And I don't want to hear none of that. And I already know people gonna say, he ain't. This is the crazy thing about popular artists. People will defend the fuck out of them.
Ooh, to the death.
Defend the fuck out of them. Drake, Nicki, and Beyonce got the worst fans I've ever seen. The worst, like.
Well, I never encountered a crazy Beyonce
and it really sucked though, because I was debating with somebody about Beyonce, and this is crazy as fuck to me. And there's a lot of women that do this shit too. I ain't trying to make it sound like that, but I don't know a lot of dudes that listen to Beyonce, so. But they literally is out here saying that Beyonce selling more records than MJ, Michael Jackson. She's a better performer.
She is?
She's a better. That's what I said. I don't know.
I think she is.
I had to check that because that sounds crazy. But
I do say she was until recently. I said she was the closest to Michael Jackson, but now I'm kind of giving it to Drake.
And what aspect is it? The music? Because they saying the
I'm just going off of the
performance. popular.
Pure popular. They're the biggest.
Hey, Beyonce had grown ass niggas falling out crying and shit.
Like they the biggest stars.
Alright, you know what I'm saying? Till Beyonce doing that, then she ain't reached that status. I mean, Michael Jackson get on the stage and the lights come on, people go nuts. That's it. He ain't even had to say nothing.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's equal. I'm just saying who's a bigger star.
Right. Beyonce got to pit on the 30-minute performance where somebody be like, "Oh yeah, that was dope." That
was cool.
Hey, you saw the glove blow, and you was like, "Damn, that's
fainting, biting their fingers, and crying. And
you missed a whole 2-hour concert because you faded within the first 6 seconds of the concert.
Yeah,
that's legendary, man. I don't think we'll ever have performed like that. But if you ask me who I think is closer to MJ, and I ain't even talking vocal wise, I'm just talking about performance wise, is Chris Brown.
That's fair. He could have if he would have. I mean, his story ain't over yet though. So
his
story's still being written.
It's still being written. I always tell people, man, like until the book is closed, you know, when you at the end of the chapters, I mean, you can never really count somebody out. Until somebody's like, hey, I retire, I'm done. But right now, I mean, a lot of people don't gotta like him, but the dude put out dope music.
Hell yeah.
You know, like consistency, man.
He got dope music, he's going to perform, do all that shit. To me, I think he could have been up with the Beyoncés and the Drakes if he had some better consultants in his corner or something.
Yeah. He was 18 when that. Well, no,
yeah.
Younger than that?
Well, I know he was 16 when he first got on.
Yeah,
so, you know, that happens with
It's an unfortunate thing that happened in his career, but I ain't seen many people bounce back from something like that. Yeah. The way he did.
Yeah.
Because he got a Grammy after that, did he?
I don't know. I don't know anybody's.
The Deuces track?
I don't know anybody's awards. All I know is Nas never got one because he said one. So he said it before in the song.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, man, like just getting back to the MJK.
I was about to say, so do we agree that he's up one right now till further notice?
In my opinion, I feel, okay, this is the reason why I say MGK is up one. Okay, yeah, you know, I don't count a song like a feature or somebody putting a song on the album as a diss record because MGK put out his, you know, little thing that, well, he didn't put it out, but he was featured on Tech Nine and made some references to Eminem, and then Eminem responded on his album. But I count diss records. Okay, so when
neither one. So like Eminem. Was Eminem shit on his album? Was it an all-out diss record or he was just mentioned?
No, it wasn't even.
So this is the first all-out diss.
You know, he said some stuff about MGK on there. You know, he was talking about him because he said Kelly.
But it wasn't like a full song, like Ether take over, hit him up.
Not no game 300 bars or Joe Budden 15.
That's when it's official.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like no 50 going in job type. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I want to say something else about that too though because, but let me say this first. MGK got it up right now because he actually put out a diss record. He put out a diss record that was solid, and I'm not saying anybody won right now. That's
it's just right.
You talk to M fans, it's like, oh man, he RIP MGK. Like, hey, y'all got to respond.
We in the bottom of the first inning,
you gotta respond.
You still gotta come up to bat.
I mean, this is one round in. Ain't nobody knocked out yet. Yeah. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, he automatically about to lose. People say the same thing about Drake and Pusha. Pusha. I don't care what anybody's opinion is about that. Pusha won that.
Absolutely.
He won that. He won that straight up and down.
Now, what do you think about this opinion? Because I say that was the greatest diss record of all time.
Which one?
The Pusha joint.
Something added on?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it the greatest of all time? I don't know. It's a lot of good diss records.
I say that because when have you ever heard of an artist in the middle of a beef having to publicly explain himself and it makes CNN to apologize? That's never happened.
Hey, not only did he
that's never
happened. Not only did he write an essay about, explaining what happened, but he had his man's Jay Prince
he had to squash this
trying to squash it, it's done.
Now, in fairness to the Jay Prince shit, because I wasn't aware of this when I came to this conclusion the first time. Rumors, but it's a rumor that I don't even want to be messy like that, but Kanye allegedly was the one who gave him that info, and also
he responded to that recently.
And also rumors, Drake, Kim, Jay Prince said he don't want families to be destroyed. You're going too far.
Right.
So if that's true, I'm But even still, if that was
Drake
the
paid
case,
enough to put that out though.
Yeah.
I feel like,
but I want to give him a pass for that. But I was like, nah, nigga, just take that part of the song and go and push.
right.
You ain't gotta speak on Kanye or nothing. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you right.
Yeah, because I feel like if you had that information, you would put it out there just to, you know, like it wouldn't have been no backlash on Drake. He already
Yeah,
he did his on the side.
He did his thing.
So I mean, if he put that out, it wouldn't have been like, oh, you know, you messed up for that. They was actually saying Pusha messed up for mentioning this song. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of it though, yeah, that's my opinion on that though. I think MGK got it. Yeah. Will Eminem respond yes? Because I'm still.
You think you? I hope you do.
I hope you do too. Don't release no press release nothing. I don't want to see that.
I don't think MGK this was that bad when you got to do a press release.
Yeah, I don't want to see no. No, I never blackballed him and explained it. No, you know what I'm saying. Which I think is true. I think
it was true too.
I think that's true. I think Interscope. They both signed Interscope, which I don't know. I guess.
But I'm not even gonna fault Eminem for you talked about the nigga underage daughter. I don't care what Eminem did in response to that.
Hey, it's funny because I was watching because like I said, I keep up on a lot of this stuff. You know, so make sure I know what I'm talking about. And, I was watching Breakfast Club with Charlamagne talking about it, and he said it's funny. He said something like, "You lucky that's all Eminem did was rap back at you." You know what I'm saying?
Man, what? Hell yeah.
That's the funny thing about and I ain't saying there ain't no real white rappers out there, but it's not gonna go there. It's not. It's gonna stay on wax.
I don't know, man. Don't underestimate these white people, man. You gotta remember who we learned the violence from. They invented the shit.
Hey, Eminem gotta go back to drugs, Eminem, before he get to that level, though. I feel like he gotta go pop some.
Nigga is like 40 something. He is probably mature and shit now.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to believe that when he does come to this, it'll be crazy, but I don't think he got it. Cause that Donald Trump diss was trash. You can't even diss a nigga who don't rap.
It was awkward watching it too because he was like,
that's an awfully hot coffee.
The reason why I say it was awkward is because I know Eminem's capable of better than that. So I was just like, the cipher he did with Royce, that shit was hot.
I didn't see it.
I don't remember what that was on, but he did a cipher with Royce. Watch that, check it out, and then let me know what you think about it.
I'm not watching anything else to do with Royce.
With Royce?
Nope. Right. I don't like Royce. I don't like none of them. I don't like Slaughterhouse. I don't like none of them.
I don't like all of them.
I don't like none of them. Except Joe. I like Joe. But I don't like Joe on Slaughterhouse.
So which Joe you like?
I just like him when he's not rapping. Slaughterhouse.
Joe? No,
I like that album. Yeah. I didn't like that song. I mean, the song was cool for that environment.
Yeah. That goes into another conversation of, artistic control. That same thing when Cassidy put out the Hotel joint. I was just like, no, I'm not interested. Until I heard his album, and it was like songs on there that was completely different than Hotel. I was like, what the fuck? Like
Cassidy, man, that should have.
Yeah,
that shouldn't have ended that way.
Nah, it shouldn't have.
Damn.
I don't know, man. It's like he got to that choir scene and that shit was life. Like he was done.
Yeah.
He didn't put out a record a long time after getting in that accident.
Cassidy, boy, I thought that nigga back in the day. I ain't think
he one of those people that can he can battle rap like a motherfucker and he can rap, but he can't put out quality music. There's a lot of rap.
I thought he could put out quality music too. I thought I'm a hustler.
I feel like he had a lot of. Who produced that Hustler joint?
I think that was Swiss.
Yeah. I feel like, but what I'm saying is, okay, take an artist like Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick could go in the studio and put out an album by himself and just produce all of it, write all of it. You know what I'm saying?
He make beats? He produce?
I don't know if he do or not.
But if he did, you think he'd be good?
I think he could. Probably. But Cassidy, I feel like Cassidy don't.
Oh yeah, that's because
he can write some dope ass lyrics. Like, okay, same thing with the Game and 50 thing. Like when everybody was saying 50 was writing the songs and stuff like that. 50's never been known as he's never been known as a good rapper.
Yeah, just bars.
But he can put out some dope ass songs. You know what I mean? He can write some hooks. He can. Get some melodies going and shit like that, but as a rapper, no. So I feel like what happened with that is 50 wrote the songs. He already had songs recorded or like the hooks and all that stuff like that. Like, yeah, this is just the hook gonna be, this is the song, and then Game got on there and pinned what he wanted to say on there.
That's it.
So I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what it is because Game is a dope ass rapper. But he's not a good song maker.
And that's fine. Just as long as everything fit.
But you can get people that can write good songs.
Yeah.
You gonna pay some money, but you know, you can get people that can, you know, write a hook for you or something like that, which that's been going on in hip hop for a long time. So so when the whole Drake thing came out, because I'm like in between on being a Drake, you know, fan. I'm not a super duper Drake fan. I didn't even like Drake when he first came out.
You didn't?
I didn't. I did not like Drake. I didn't like him at all. But then I started listening to his albums. I was like, all right, yeah, it was different. It was different. It was a different direction in hip hop at the time, with the whole not the melody part, but the rapping and singing thing wasn't done the way Drake was doing it, and he was being true to himself. That's another thing I give him respect for. Drake ain't really one of these rappers out here saying he's so dope and shot niggas and stuff like that. He don't be doing that shit. Everybody know Drake don't do that. You talking about the strippers and all that shit, like you loving them and all that. Oh yeah, that shit's dope.
Yeah.
It's real. You know what I'm saying? It's a different look at life, because everybody ain't from the streets. Everybody ain't.
And it's okay. And it's okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay.
There's many different walks of life.
That's the reason why I like hip hop now, because everybody whether you like it or not, trap rap done. That shit been done.
Think so?
That the last generation where that shit was popular was with Jeezy, Gucci, T.I. Now it's the motherfuckers is doing the drugs. They not selling
right,
the drugs.
That's crazy.
They doing the drugs. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They sipping lean, popping Molly.
I personally think the trap is done, period. The whole lifestyle is outdated.
It's dated. You go back to listen to that music now, it's cool, like our age, but somebody younger listen to it.
I ain't even talking about them. I'm talking about the life.
Yeah.
Of course, some nigga, you born into shit, I understand that, but niggas who's grown, and now you know a little, like, what we all know that for what?
No, the police precinct handing out deals like dominoes now. That's what it is.
Nigga, everybody's snitching.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting money like that no more. Y'all niggas don't even gangbang right no more. We see everything you doing. This shit ain't, just let it go.
It ain't nobody go by code no more.
There's no code, there's no honor. No. We got other enemies to worry about anyway. Just dead shit.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
Ain't no point.
we got a whole different enemy out here nowadays. Like,
at least maybe we get back to it after this is over or something.
Which kind of getting into our next topic about the Nike and Kaepernick.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
You like it?
I like it a lot. I do. And it's crazy because I'm more of a basketball person. I watch the fuck out of NBA, college basketball. I watch a little bit of NFL, college football. A little bit. But understanding why he did it, I wish people would try to understand why he did that. Because there's people out there just only focusing on, he's disrespecting the flag. When you got people that was in the military or in the army or whatever saying like, oh, I appreciate him doing that, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that really understand the Constitution and,
I never really, I'm sure they're out there, but I don't think I've ever even seen a mad soldier before.
A what?
A mad soldier about it, have you?
About that? No, I haven't, but I wish my grandfather was here to still put his input on it. Hey, cause like my grandfather, like he was in the military. He passed away. Rest in peace. But the conversations I had with him growing up young was very extreme. He, old black man from Alabama. So
that's my grandma from.
His views was like, when I was young, in middle school, I'm like, the fuck, like, and then now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you were saying. Like, damn, like you struggled with the views, like I get it. Like, and it's not. I don't want to say not say he hated him, but it's kind of like what Lebron said. Like this recent interview on the show, The Shot, where he was talking about how he had to learn to like white people. Yeah, I don't know if you watched that, but he didn't say he didn't like him. He just said he had to learn to like him because in the community we grew up in, we know them as racist, evil, bad.
You gotta learn.
I'm not saying that. I was fortunate enough. I grew up in the hood, but I also spent a lot of time with a lot of white people too as well to understand how they move and how they do things and stuff like that. So I bounced back and forth, you know what I'm saying? When I was in high school, I went to Burke, you know what I'm saying? And when I got out of high school, I went right back to the hood. Like, that's them the people I know. That's all I know, you know what I'm saying? So, I'll be out with the homies chilling, we smoking and whatever. They like, oh, you out there hanging with the white boys and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, we got some good weed. They brag about it too. They be like, yeah, I got this right here. They spend good money, but it ain't theirs with shit. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like it's, but yeah, man, like it's his views was very extreme. They was very extreme, but he didn't like a lot of the dirty stuff that they did, but he also didn't like a lot of the stuff that black people was doing today, because he was from a different time. So all that sagging and, you know, all that gang banging shit, like, he didn't like it at all. He did. So but the whole thing with the cap thing, you know, like, it just upsets me that people aren't still advanced enough to just be like, I understand why he's doing that.
They know. They just don't want to know. They know.
They don't want to.
It's clear as day. It's as clear as day.
You know, I asked him his opinion on this. Like, I got my own opinion, but I asked him his opinion on, like, you know, whether you get into all that, whatever. But I was like, wow, you know, it was when Kanye made that comment about slavery being a choice and stuff like that. And I was thinking to myself, like, you know, it made me think. I didn't agree with what he said. Let me say that. Like, I don't think we wanted to be slaves, but it's a whole mental game involved with that, and I don't think he took that into consideration. Like, when you build a system to be a certain way, and we in that system, which a lot of us are still in it now, it's hard for your mind to get out of that when they put you in an area where there's no money and there's no education, and, you know what I'm saying, that you literally built on survival mentally.
Well, go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah. You built on survival mentally, so you out here doing what you gotta do to feed your kids, your moms, and, you know, your family and stuff like that. Which I don't say is good, but we human though. We make bad choices, you know, when we pick bad environments. But if we pick in better environments and we got better resources to do better things, your outcome on life is gonna be better. Don't get me wrong, people that live in nice neighborhoods still fuck up. They still, you know, do bad stuff like that. But the chances of it are drastically balanced on, you know, one side.
The shit about the Kanye thing, though, and the slavery was a choice, because I actually agreed with the statement, but I thought he meant it another way, and then when I seen the whole thing, I was like, we agreed, but for different reasons. Right. But the thing is, nigga, yes, slavery was a choice, but what is misconstrued is that it is a choice we did not choose because slave masters were dying. Why do you think they ended slavery? Because they was nice? Too many of them up. We was killing them motherfuckers. That's why. And they was like, all right, we gotta do something. You gotta stop this shit. Too many of us is dying. Right. So yeah, slavery is a choice, and we didn't choose that shit. Niggas went to war. Look up the Gullah Wars, nigga.
They did. Yeah, they said you can live, they was out there.
Niggas we didn't just lay down like that.
Yeah, but yeah, like I was gonna finish saying though, the whole thing about, like, I was curious, like, how can we do, like, we outnumbered them massively, you know?
Talking about globally?
Yeah, like, as far as, like, you know, not now, obviously, but, you know, a lot of us been killed off and stuff, but, like I said, we're more about love, and that's why, I noticed this too, and, you know, this is just my opinion, seeing it, when it comes to black families, we more together as a family, like, you know, my kid's mom, she white, and I seen how they treat each other, and I'm just like, what?
Bro, we
like
don't get to their business, but I am interested in some examples.
I've seen it with all kinds of different, you know, white families, and I'm just like, what? Y'all did that? Like, they be blackballing their kids, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you dating, you can't come back home.
Jeez.
Hey, it's crazy though, because, like, I never, you know, black moms, they might not like, you know, who you date, but they, you know, they still gonna love the fuck out of you though.
Yeah, you know? I remember I was kicking it. It was a mix, homie. Apparently, I might have to just say the white side came out. He was talking to his mama, and he did the thing that got me. This wasn't even like an argument or out of anger. He just did this to be cool, to impress me. And he was like, "Yeah, mom, go in there and get us something to drink, bitch." What? And she just said, well, I ain't gonna say what the name was, but she just said his first name and just walked in the house. I said, nigga, what? Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
Culture differences. I wouldn't be here to tell you the story if I did that shit.
No, I wouldn't.
You believe in whoopings?
Hell yeah.
Man, get out. No second thought.
Man, I get into it with, you know, like, I do believe in it. I mean, because I grew up with it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't, that's cool. I do. I don't believe you should. I'm not saying I believe you should be whooping no kid like he a slave or no shit. Like
There's a difference between whoopers and abuse.
Yeah, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, I even say I'm probably just fucked up.
Yeah.
But like a little abuse won't hurt. Just one time. I always say that because it happened to me, and I think I'm okay.
Right. Yeah, I got some stories. I got some stories,
but I got some stories. Bad,
I got some stories. Yeah. I still love my mom to death.
Oh yeah, I got some stories. Yeah, just one time, just so we can have a reference point when she tell you to sit down.
For real, like I was doing some shit that, like, I understand why she was like that with me. Like I was out here, like for real, like. Ran the street. I didn't, like, when I was young, like, I didn't come home with the lights on. I was staying out there. She had to come look for me. Like, I'll be out there. But that's just, it's crazy because, like, I was never a mama's boy. Never.
Bro?
Never. And only child. I ain't got no brothers, sisters, none of that shit.
Really?
But I got a lot of cousins, though. We hung out a lot. Yeah, we got a very interesting history. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, man. I love them dudes to death, man. They all like brothers. We cousins, but we all like brothers.
Yeah, I ain't got a lot of cousins like that. I got a couple. None of them my age. The ones I was closest with, they all went out of town. Right. So everybody, hey, what's up with cousin? I feel like a family-less nigga here.
Right, they scattered everywhere. I can go to Cali, I can go to Atlanta or something, or Colorado, and I got family there.
I got family in them places, but I don't know none of them.
Right. We don't know most of them because we used to do like family reunions and stuff like that. Yeah, like, not a long time, but like every now and then we'll go down there and visit for like a weekend or something like that. And, kick it with them. So I got some cool family though.
Yeah, we just started doing family reunions. So I got more family in Atlanta and Chicago and Alabama than I got here.
Right.
And Detroit.
Some nice places to live.
Or not Detroit, but Michigan somewhere. Well, yeah, man. So you seen is her name? What's her name? Arianna Grande. Arianna Grande.
That dude sound like a Taco Bell man.
It do. I'm sorry.
You see what the hell she said? No, man. You know what? I watched that video again because like I said, man, I wanted to watch it again because I just heard about it. I saw some clips. I know a lot of these clips out here can be very deceiving.
So do you think he did it on purpose?
I wanted to see it. I'm gonna have to say no, he didn't.
You don't think he did it on purpose?
I don't think he did it on purpose because like I watched somebody explain it and break it down. Like she's short. I don't know how tall that pastor was, but he looked like somebody that's probably about my height, 6'3", 6'4". I don't know. He might be around there, maybe taller. But her height, from my understanding, she's a short person. So when he puts his hand right here, it's automatically gonna be in that area. He'll have to kind of like bend down a little bit.
That's fine.
I know some short, women that I work with, like they're short. Like,
but what about this part? He did this. That's the part they took it. That's what did it for me.
And you know what's funny was I want to say something. I seen a video where his hand was just there, and then I seen another one where it was kind of moving. So I'm just trying to gauge, like, damn, like, is they trying to make that look worse than it is, or was it really that bad?
Now I will say this because I wanted to speak on it, but I wanted to speak more from she wore that so she deserved it. I just want to talk in that concept. I ain't trying to crucify him because I really don't know if he tried it or not.
Hey, sorry. Funerals was boring as fuck already. So I need something like that to look at when I'm doing. Hey, you see Bill though? He was like,
hey, that nigga.
He was like, he didn't try to hide it at all. He was probably like, that Jesse right there.
Jesse just looking.
Oh yeah, hey, Monica Lewinsky never looked that bad. Hey, he didn't care at all.
I don't understand why is niggas trying to eat? Why are we trying to discourage women from dressing freely?
I think they should dress how they want. They can wear jeans with no ass cheeks in them if they want to. Shit, really.
I seen some jeans. It's like, I can't wait till they come in style. Can't wait till they come in style.
Hey, you a grown woman.
Do what you want to do.
Exactly what the fuck you want to do. Do exactly what you want to do. Because people gonna judge you if you got all clothes on.
Exactly.
They gonna judge you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very judgmental society. You can go there wearing some granny clothes and they gonna say, look at her, she ain't even dressed properly for this. You know what I'm saying? But then you go there wearing something like that and they gonna be like, oh, that dress is too short. Like, people always gonna have something to say. It's always gonna be something.
So
But you know what's funny though? Cause like I seen another post where somebody was like, I'm pretty sure Aretha wouldn't have a problem with this, and they showed like a picture of her where she had like the shirt on, and her cleavage was just like titties was just like, yeah, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
God bless the dead.
Yeah, R.I.P. You know, but I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't think he did. He did release an apology, and when you see people apologize, you can kind of see if they sincere about it. Like, did he really mean it? It sounded like he did. It seemed like he was very sincere about it. He seemed like he was like, yeah, I didn't mean to. You know,
passes aren't smooth though. But
that's how the best to be getting in them drugs. Robbie, remember Bertie Back played the pastor on Friday?
Lord of my shepherd, you know what I want.
Yeah, so they can be, but I feel like he was sincere about his apology though. I feel like he was. He didn't do it on purpose. The joke was funny. It was like, I mean, that's another older lady that coming to my job. She's like the sprint rep at my job, and I was talking to her about it. And she was saying like how the funeral was like 5 hours or something.
I heard it was like 10 hours.
10 hours? A funeral shouldn't be that long.
Lord.
It shouldn't be that long. I ain't no way. Like, did all those people sit there? Did all those people sit there for that whole 5 hours? Cause ain't no way.
There's footage of them falling asleep.
Give me about an hour and a half. I'm going after that. Like,
did they eat?
You know,
did they serve food?
I don't know. That's a long time. Yeah. Sitting there and not eating no lunch. You know, that's in their whole school day right there. Shit.
I'm gonna say I'm not sure he did it. I'm gonna lean towards he did do it, but I'm not sure. But I want to emphasize, just because the woman wore a short skirt, assuming he did do it, don't give him the right to do that. Or any nigga, that's not a reason for women to be out here getting raped and shit. Now,
enjoy your company, she'll smile a certain way, she'll laugh at some certain jokes or something like that. She may be a little bit of playful with you, it's bearing, you know what I'm saying? And then you can kind of like, you know, like if she's women will put themselves in your orbit. You know what I'm saying? When they interested in you, they'll contact you. They'll want to be close to you. They'll want to be around you. And something as simple as that, approaching them and having a conversation with them. And if they're really into you, they'll get close to you. And then that's when you can kind of be like, okay, just a light touch, here or something like that, something subtle. But don't just you can't just go. Like, I see niggas just grab them and just be like trying to grind on them, like, you know what I'm saying? They be fucked up and shit. I'm just like, yeah, you fucked up.
What about the infamous A? Has that ever worked for you? You see a chick walking down and you be like, hey, you don't know her name. You like what you see from where you can see it at.
Right.
Hey, have you ever hollered out A? And has it worked?
Yeah.
Or did they feel
disrespectful? Yeah. Like I said, it depends on the woman. Some women don't. Some women might not like that. Like, it's been times where I just you just be like, hey, let me holler at you for a second. They gonna look at you. And a lot of women will tell you, and not all of them are like that, but a lot of them will tell you, they'll look at you, they'll start from the bottom with your shoes. If your shoes busted, they not turning.
They stop right there.
No.
Ain't gonna work.
But I mean, it's like I said, it's all about. It's also about it just goes into so much stuff like posture, the way you dress, or something like that, and even that, like she may like a dude that dress a certain style. Like she might like guys that dress, with suits and button ups and stuff like that. But she might like a dude that dress a little bit more street and stuff like that. So, and that's why I tell people, but don't never. That's why I tell a lot of guys, don't let that deter you from talking to her, because the dudes will be like that too. They'll get intimidated by a woman that dressed a certain way. They only want to go after chicks that dress. Like they sit all hanging out, stuff like that. That same dude that holler at them type of chicks won't trace a chick dressing like a business attire or something like that because they intimidated by that. Mm-hmm. But I always tell people, man, like, hey, you gotta shoot your shot, man.
Shoot your shot.
I tell a lot of dudes the worst she can say is no. That's the worst she can say. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you come at her on some respectful shit, I've been turned down plenty of times. Like, it's never been a time where I ever, like, I don't understand dudes that do that. They be like, fuck you. Fuck you. It's just a graceful bow. Okay, I appreciate your time. All right, move on. You know what I'm saying? But when that lashing out shit, like, that shit weak.
That is weak.
That shit is just dumb weak. But you can't just say something, man.
I was about to say, Oh, so what did you think about the clip I put out with Brandy? What she was talking about? When we said you had something to say about that.
Yeah, okay, let me ask you this because I watched the clip, but it was just like a skit. So what was the original topic about that?
Oh, what was we talking about? She had
she said something about like women dressing up like on a date and getting all something like that. Where they
she had shown me a screenshot of a conversation between a dude and a woman, and I guess the woman was like, when we gonna go on a date, and the nigga was like, I just figured we just kick it a few times and shit first before we take it to that level.
Yeah.
And Brandy, she was just like on some shit. Why y'all be acting like that? We ain't got time to just be kicking it, because when y'all kick it, you basically got this nigga just trying to lay up. And I was like, well, no, sometimes you just want to kick it to know you, maybe at a party. It's like that. So we was talking about that disconnect and trying to bridge the gap. And she was just letting me know the perspective of the woman and why they so adamant about going out on official dates instead of wasting their time, if you will.
My opinion on that, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, cause some chicks is cool with just hanging out and kicking it. Don't mean y'all gotta fuck.
Right.
That don't mean y'all got to. If you want to, cool. That's on you. I don't. Cause like I tell, it's things that should happen before they like. Y'all definitely have some kind of conversation. If y'all like each other, cool. If y'all want to hang out, cool. If she don't want to do that, then y'all can go out. I always say, if you gonna go on a date, if you do go on a date with somebody, don't make it all elaborate and fancy the first time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's more of a like deeper into the dating or in a relationship. So yeah, just go somewhere where y'all can actually have a conversation, but it's not nothing elaborate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always super expensive stuff like that. Y'all can go to, like a little restaurant and have a conversation. If y'all like each other, then cool, continue it after that. But there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, y'all, you want to kick it? Because maybe somebody might have a certain situation where they can't do that. I'm not saying like he just broke or she broke or they don't have transportation or their car might be messed up something. I don't know. I just think it's different now. It's different now. People. I don't care what people say. A lot of people hang out before they go on dates nowadays. That's definitely something that happens a lot more often now.
Do you think if somebody, I guess we might as well just put it all on the man since we're typically the providers. Do you think a man who can't afford even an average date should even be out in the market?
When I was younger, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he was younger.
When I ain't had shit, I was on dates all the time.
Yeah, when I was younger too. Like, what about some days?
A lot of them don't care, but now no, I'm definitely.
Well, I should ask what you do.
I'm definitely a lot more mature now, so like I don't like if I'm not finding. That's why a lot of times I don't want to be in a relationship because like
I don't even feel right. If
I don't, like if I can't. I don't feel like my goal should be to want to just completely take care of her, but I want to be able to really take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? Which, like I'm a single father taking care of 2 kids. Like I can't do that and, probably provide for her and her kids and stuff like that. And that's just me being real, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a realistic person. Like I feel like you should be able to provide that some kind of security, but it's not necessary because a lot of chicks won't care or they'll have their own money. That's just it. Everybody's not the same. Like you just kind of, that's just my opinion. How I feel. I don't care what she got, whatever she doing, whatever. I still feel like I should be able to have that blanket of security if I need it be. Because you don't never want to be that situation where she kicking your ass out. Yeah, nowhere to go. Yeah, no car. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a situation I ever want to be in. Which I'm not, but I'm just saying like when you at this age now, you gotta look at things a little bit different.
Do you do you believe that the woman should have their own money, like for your personal preference?
Preferably. But
would you knock her if she didn't, or is just a preference?
Depends on what she's doing to get it together. Man, dude, I done been at the bottom. I done been, my car wasn't working. I have a job, you know what I'm saying? And I was at the time it was a good relationship, you know what I'm saying? And it never ended because of that situation, because I'm not the type of person to sit around and just let it, just mope and be like, I went out there, got my shit fixed, got me a job and stuff like that. And this was years ago, but like, it depends on what you're doing. Like women, and I don't know how, I can't speak for every man, but I've seen a lot of women be with dudes if they see that your drive and your determination to do better is there. They will take you. If you, not some of them it's like, no, he gotta have this, he gotta have that. that's cool. That's your preference. But there are women out there that will just be like, you know what? I see he has a grinding mentality, which a lot of motherfuckers is deceitful with that shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like motherfuckers be them the fake flexes and shit.
Yeah.
Like I got the Gucci belt and all that. You know what I'm saying, on the Facebook and. You know, like a lot of dudes do be on that shit. They'll figure it out though, but
all these Gucci belts and no equity and nothing.
Nah,
something ain't that.
You can't wear a Gucci belt and have a white T-shirt on from Walmart. It don't work like that, you know.
Or need to ride somewhere.
You have to get the belt, but not the shirt. You're like, okay, I see what you want. I see what you want.
So are you big? So you're not big on gender roles and.
I don't know, man. Like. I am in a sense of respect. Like, I think it should be both ways, but how a woman talks to a man, I feel like that level of respect should be there in order to have a healthy relationship, especially when you got boys in the house and, you know, and women and stuff like little, you know, like younger girls and stuff like that, so they can see how it's supposed to be. Because if, you know, you constantly talking to the man or the father a certain way, then they pick up on that, and then that's how they think they're supposed to talk to their significant others or people they date, and it's just a toxic mentality, in my opinion.
Does it matter to you who cooks or who does the dishes?
Dishes? I grew up doing them, so I could, but I mean, when it comes to cooking, I don't care about that because let me say this though. A woman cooking in the kitchen, I love that. But when it comes to the grill, let the men do it. Let the men get on that. Let me flip the burgers and the wings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, there's definitely some gender roles when it comes to grilling and kitchen cooking. You can bake a cake and shit. You know what I'm saying? Make a casserole.
Pie in the window, baby. Put pie in the window.
You know what I'm saying? Well, don't touch that up with the grill.
That's fair. All right. What was I about to say? You see what we backtracking, but back to that cap shit. Just ran up popping my. You see what Trump said about that shit?
I seen somebody saying something about it, but I didn't get time to look. Cause you know what's crazy? Cause everything I see now, like this is why I've been using Twitter so much more, is because everything started from there. Yeah. Everything started from Twitter. I heard young people say Facebook for old people.
It is.
Like, and that's why I was like, man, let me move over to this platform, because I literally can just go to Twitter, search the name, and then it's just boom, it's all there.
So all that shit is and we'll bring it to Facebook.
But no, what did he say though? I didn't get to see.
I don't know for sure either. I just kind of seen a glimpse of it. He said something about like Nike sent the wrong message by doing
everything
that.
About Trump is the wrong message.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna just call it. I'm not. Okay, there was a time when I got into politics, not too long ago. Like I said, it's been 3 or 4 years now. Like I've always understood, like even when I was younger, like that's the thing. Like I'm not saying I'm the first person to do it, but like even when I was in high school, I didn't stand for the flag. I didn't. Even back then, even back then, I understood because I was always had this mentality like, what was so great? Like I get it. Yeah, we are free, but we still being held back massively when it comes to a lot of things and stuff like that. So. My views on like the flag stuff like that, I was just like, I just didn't feel it. I didn't. Yeah. I didn't. A lot of people go, you're free and you have all these rights. Man, we are only free to an extent.
I honestly feel like in order for the shit to be where everybody's on the same page and everybody here can have some pride and everybody's like, yo, America, we probably even got to rename this bitch. We got to redo everything. Yeah. We gotta redo that goddamn anthem.
There's a lot of them constitutions was written back when?
Way back with us not in mind.
No.
Just white people in mind. We gotta rebrand this whole fucking country.
Like the whole thing about the right to bear arms, they didn't have us in mind when they said
right. They didn't have us in mind for nothing.
They didn't write that.
We gotta come with a whole new flag, a whole new anthem. We might have to rename the whole country. And
let me ask you this though, when do you think that's ever gonna happen?
I would not be surprised if we live to see it. I say that because...
That's a good point. I don't know, but...
I say that because I didn't think I was going to live to see Barack Obama.
I kind of feel like that was a given.
I didn't think it's ever going to happen. Ever. maybe my daughter's great grandkids may see it, but I didn't think that was ever gonna happen. That shit happened pretty fast. I'm like that when I was, how old was we? Fucking 20 years old, 24.
I'm already ahead of that. I'm just gotta wonder if we ever gonna have another black president. It's like, oh, we tried it, no. No.
It didn't work out.
Hey, because after Obama, we went to the worst motherfucker we could have ever had. Like,
talk about it.
and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, okay, you know, this is my problem with Trump. Like, you know, it's more so like I don't think he really likes us black people or whatever. I don't know. I feel like I feel like he's the type of person that don't care, because like earlier in his career he did hang out with a lot of rappers and black people and stuff like that. I feel like Trump is a snake type person. He feeds off of whatever is going to give him the popular vote, and he knew with Obama being president and then him being a white man trying to run for president, he played off of that whole white thing. He got all these poor white people cheering for him, and he ain't doing nothing for him.
Sure ain't.
So it's like, yeah, he say he's a little comments about us and stuff like that, but he don't give a fuck about them poor white people either though. He don't, and it's crazy because like he just a very inappropriate, non-professional person. Like, take out everything that, you know, that kind of gets to my point. Let me keep that in there. But it's just the stuff he says, the stuff he does, his unprofessionalism. Even the Bushes, you know, the Clintons and, like, you know, all these other presidents that are Republicans and stuff like that, they didn't say and do stuff like that. Like, it's just... What I'm getting at is like a president is supposed to be held at this high standard. He's supposed to be this world-class professional. He's supposed to be this person that says stuff that's for the right and for the good. Like, and I hear from the other side, like people say a lot, like people will say, oh, Bush is saying stuff that all these presidents was afraid to say. I get it. I get that part of it, but then it's just like, damn, dude, you so unprofessional. You so fucking like, God, like. It's like I don't get it, man. Like I don't understand, and them people will just look the other way when he do that shit too. Like it's crazy.
Did you vote?
I voted for Obama the first time. I did. Second time, nope. I ain't vote the second time I did for him. Basically what I'm saying, the last 2 terms I didn't vote.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't, cause I really started to look. And that was when me getting into what I was talking about, how I got into politics. I started to really, really get into it. And then when I saw the background shit of how it works and all that stuff like that, and really, really got into it, I was like, it's some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole Republican and Democratic Party, they all in cahoots with each other. They all hang out. They all like go to the same parties and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that they can't, but I just feel like it's a whole smoke and mirrors thing.
Yeah, because they can kick it, but we get down to I'm up on the BG level of the Democrats and Republicans. Niggas is going to war for real.
Yeah. But I feel like that's still just smoke and mirrors, man. Like that's just the thing they put out there for the media to try to get, you know, vote for me. When at the end of the day, I feel like it's all going to play out the way, you know, people higher than them want it to be.
Yeah,
I do. That's just my opinion. I don't really. It's not news that the president don't really control everything.
Right.
He can put something out there and be like, yeah, we want this, but that don't mean it's gonna stick. You know, and that just goes to prove like with how Trump got voted. With Hillary actually winning the popular vote and then Trump winning the electoral vote, which is like. Isn't that like the first time that's ever been done?
I think it was like the second or third. But that just goes like, what's the point of the voting process for us? Just let it be electoral college. If that is all that matters anyway, what's the point of us voting?
That would be massively because the power ain't in our hands anyway. Like if we can go out and vote and say, oh, we want this person, but y'all still gonna be like, nah, we want this.
There's no point. I am for voting.
That's what makes it no point. But then like young people like, oh, you gotta vote local.
Yeah, I am for voting local.
Yeah.
Because. That's voting the people, the vote that does matter.
Yeah, you know one thing I want to say though? I feel like, and I've heard this, I don't remember who I heard this quote from, but we got to stop looking for them to help us get to where we want to be.
And that's what they're scared of.
Yeah, we can't, like, that we got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with my white brothers, but I'm just saying, like, we got to stop looking for them to be the hope and savior for what we need to advance. We got to do it on our own.
Yep, especially when they put us in a situation to begin with.
Right. You gotta look at it like, you know, all right, I'm gonna go out here and we need to start, like, it's crazy because, like, and I noticed this for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give mad props to my essays, man. My homeboy, my Mexican homies. You go to South Omaha, they own everything over there.
Did you? Oh, I ain't put that out there.
They own like the auto shops. They own the restaurants, and it's just like everything. You know what I'm saying? And like when it comes, like I ain't saying we don't got nothing there, which I'm saying we slowly getting there. We slowly getting there. But I feel like we need to just really take it to another level. Not only start our own business, but also start supporting it and not fuck it up.
What do you think? So what do you think the biggest problem or mistake is in the black community? The biggest thing that's holding us back.
Self-hate.
Self-hate.
Self-hate. That's it. That's it. Cause it's crazy. Cause like there's a couple things that, and I don't know the whole story on it, but like the whole story with what was the shit that happened at Rain? Was that last year?
Talking about with Kyle?
Yeah.
From what I know, it was a box robbery and trying to get his chain.
Yeah,
I don't know for
that,
sure.
and then the situation with the other dude that he had the Camaro or something like that. Was
I don't think I heard about that one.
yeah, it's just I'm just picking little bits and pieces of stuff that happened in the city, and the same, you know, the thing downtown where dude got shot and all that. Like I get it. Like I say it all the time. We ain't the only ones that fight. White people fight at bars too. The main difference is that we be shooting each other. That shit gotta stop, man. Like, that shit is like, your motherfucker got to beat my mom ass for me to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do something on that level. But us scrapping, fighting, whatever, I ain't won every fight I've been in, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? We could probably dap it up and just be like, whatever. All right, like, if you my homie and we fight, we gonna dap it up. If we not, cool, whatever. We just gonna go our ways.
That's another reason why I say street shit is outdated, because the tough niggas ain't the niggas who is niggas who's perceived as tough that ain't really tough. If niggas take guns away, right, and you gotta be tough by just fighting,
ain't nobody fighting.
The gangsters would be different.
Nah, they would be.
The gangsters would be different.
They would, yeah. That's definitely true. Because it's a I gotta prove I'm harder than you type of situation.
And you know, I don't even, because you say so. I'm not even sure. I don't know, because how I thought when I was younger, because I grew up, I was either in the hood or I was in the racist neighborhood. I actually lived in the racist neighborhood, and my grandma was in the hood. My mom was always working, so I probably spent more time in my mom's house. I had friends in the racist white neighborhood, but their parents never liked me. But I was always disrespected more by white kids than black kids. But I would never come at them aggressively like that because I felt like I wouldn't get no points off that. I would only get some points if I go beat up Ray or somebody. I wonder how much that.
I think I only got in a fight with one white boy, maybe. One.
I wonder how much that mentality. I wonder is it more that than self-hate? Because niggas, we just really feel like we ain't gonna get no points off of them. Because we don't view them as tough like we view each other as tough.
Right.
That's just a thought. I don't know.
That is an interesting thing. Because like I said, how my grandfather was strong on his views. He always brought up how like we would go out and shoot each other before we go shoot some white people.
Yeah, we would.
Which is crazy though, because it kind of made me wonder like, why though? Like I don't understand that. Like, I mean, one point of it is that you know they don't play that shit. You shoot a white person, you not gonna need to tell them.
Yeah, because it's like cheat. Yeah, it's like either you're gonna kill me or you're gonna get the police and they're gonna believe you. Like there's no.
Like the dude, what was the white dude that shot up the movie theater? He went and got this nigga McDonald's after he did that shit. That's not funny at all, but I mean, just the thought of that shit is just so fucking stupid. Like, we got this nigga McDonald's, niggas get choked out in the street. Like, you know, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That is ridiculous, man. You know, and it's crazy because, like, they be like, and the only response they had for us is maybe you should obey the law.
Like Philando Castile did.
Right.
And he still got killed in front of his baby and them.
Man, that right there. Just that's another part of how far we got to go as far as getting respect. You know that we got the aggression towards each other, and you know and building our empires, and kind of passing the torch on how to be successful too as well. Like we also need to like make ourselves successful, but then also teach our young how to be successful too as well.
Yeah.
That's important.
I think the biggest thing holding us back is actually, we spoke on it earlier, which is probably our greatest strength, but it's our greatest weakness, and it's we just too kind to everybody outside of us.
Right.
We've done what you're talking before. We done built shit before. We done had Black Wall Street and other places like Black Wall Street before, but we don't never build nothing to protect the shit once we build it.
Right.
So niggas just come in and bomb, shoot it up, and that's it. It's over.
Right.
That'd be it.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to. Yeah, it's like I said, man. We got a long way to go, man. It's still.
I don't think it's that long though. I think we close, boy. Yeah. I think we real close. Yeah. It's either gonna be like a bloody war to get there, or hopefully it could be nice and peaceful. Little steps at a time.
I don't mean to sound negative, but I don't think it's ever going. It's not gonna go that direction. I think
it will. One way or another, either by bloodshed or hopefully by peace. Hopefully we ain't gotta sacrifice a generation to get there. It'll be easier and more clear to see after Trump get out of office, and we could get like a more president in there, and then kind of see how people's attitudes is then. Cause shit is just real volatile right now. Right. Shit's just hot.
He definitely brought out a lot of races.
Yeah. But I say if it's another motherfucker like him after that, in either direction, whether we get a Malcolm X in there or a Donald Trump Jr. in there, if it's something else like that, it's probably gonna take some bloodshed to get there. Right. So get the strap, nigga.
Get the strap.
Speaking of get the strap, did you like that song? That 50 shit?
I don't.
You don't like the song? I'm the only nigga who like the damn song. You don't like the song?
I don't like the song because nobody had a good bar on there. Nobody.
What? Nobody 50 said he ain't never had a problem that he couldn't fix.
Hey, nobody had a good bar.
He's stupid rich, still doing stupid shit.
I feel like the two people that definitely could have kept off that song was 6ix9ine and was it
6ix9ine could have stayed on there.
It was 50, 6ix9ine, Casanova,
and Uncle Murder.
And Uncle Murder. Okay, that's who we said. Uncle Murder and 6ix9ine could have stayed off that song, and it would have been an okay song.
Oh,
it would have been an okay song.
They could have just took 6ix9ine though.
Cause I didn't like Uncle Murder's verse either. I didn't like it. The beat was cool, but that's
the beat was a little dated.
The beat was alright. It's 50.
Yeah.
50 probably still living in. He probably still living in the 2000s.
Yeah. He gotta keep coming with shit. You ever heard that bitch on the man shit he had a couple years ago?
Hell yeah, that shit hard as fuck.
Why didn't he stay in that wave?
I don't know. That's weird though, cause that was never on the album or nothing, was it?
Nah, that was just like on some random mixtape.
Yeah, that song was dope. And then he had a song after that. What was the song that came on after that? That shit was hard as too.
I don't remember.
It was like that bitch on the man song, and then what's it called, No Juliet or something like that.
What?
It's a song that. It was
kind of like a
it had like more of a high up tempo.
Yeah,
That shit was tight. That was dope. I like that.
Yeah, he was in a nice little pocket back then.
Yeah.
Gotta get back to that. Man. Double down on that shit. Call Chris Brown back. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Y'all can use each other. Y'all can help each other out.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I feel like there's some artists 50 Cent could do songs with that would be popping though. Like you know what I don't understand is why 50. Here's the thing with 50. I feel like he has a relevancy crisis right now. Cause like a lot of stuff.
Relevancy crisis.
Yeah.
That sounds serious.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is like he's trying to stay relevant any way he can. Like the only thing I understand as far as a good move for him was putting himself in power. Like I get that, but then with him trying to be in the space with 6ix9ine and some of these other people like Adrian Bronner and all that stuff like that, like I feel like he's trying to stay in that spotlight when he should be doing songs with people like Jada or Fab. And like I would like to see 50 do that. You know what I'm saying? Like do songs with those artists, but 6ix9ine, Casanova, like
Jada and Fab ain't popping like that.
Man,
that's always been 54.
I don't know, cause I feel like Fab still is on a certain level because when he put out shit, like people talk about it.
Yeah, but Fab like popping by himself. Like, is there anybody he would collab with where he said, "Oh shit, Fab did a song with fill in the blank"?
Depends.
I don't think there's.
You talking about like a new artist that he do songs with?
Anybody? I cannot think of any Fab collabo where I get excited. I mean, I get excited just because Fab is Fab, but as far as them joining forces, I can't. He's just somebody who's just hot by himself.
I think the reason why is because there's not enough of it. I feel like a lot of artists did more features back then than they do now. Because you would hear, like back then, you would hear remixes they would have niggas from everywhere on that.
Yeah.
Like now it's just like you might see an artist on there, and most times it might be an R&B artist or something like that. But you don't see a lot of people doing, like even on albums, there might be like one feature on there on a song. And I know people feel a certain way about features, like sometimes it's looked at as a bad thing, but I never looked at having features on your album as bad.
It just depends how you go about the feature. If you could tell it's forced.
Yeah.
But if shit come together organically and shit,
right. Or if it works out for you in a positive way, then yeah, so yeah.
I tell you one remix I did not like. This ain't necessarily hip hop or rap, but that Boot Up remix. Why?
I feel like Chris Brown should have did that.
Who?
He should have did the remix.
Who should have?
Chris Brown.
I feel like it's just some beat.
What's the nice remix is good too though. T-Pain. He did a good remix on that. But you know the problem I got with that song though is that I've heard it. I want to say I don't know exactly the time frame, but I would say a good 6 months before that song hit the radio and got popular. So I was already burnt out on it when I heard it.
Yeah,
when everybody started singing it and posting it on Facebook and all that, I had already heard the fuck out of that song.
I was late too. That's one of my favorite songs.
That's and I want to get on the topic about Spotify too, streaming services.
All right.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Streaming services. I love it because like I used to be that type of person that would go out and buy every fucking CD that came out. Everything, and I ain't talking about just rap. Like my music diversity is just ridiculous. Like I listen to rap, I listen to R&B, I listen to rock, I listen to some pop music, I listen to basically music that sound good. Like if it sound good, I'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So I never really been judgmental. Like when it comes to certain music, the only type of music I won't listen to is country music. I can't do that.
I think I heard one country song I like. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, that's the only genre I can't do. But I like the ease of it. There's a good side of streaming services and a downside. The good side of it is, and I was just talking to my cousin Darius about it not too long ago. That I love about streaming services is that it gives you the ability to get easier access to music you normally would not listen to. So there's a lot of artists I discovered off of that. I wouldn't go into no Best Buy or no Target and just buy that album, just sit there like GoLink or you know what I'm saying, Ellie Goulding or you know, or just I'm just throwing some names out there, some artists, and then like or same thing with YouTube. That's another streaming type thing, but Kanye did songs with certain artists you ain't even heard of, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So that's the beautiful thing about those platforms is because those artists can go out there, put their music on there, and you can just hit play and listen to it. You ain't got to go spend $10-15 on the album you might not even like, or it might be one song on it, because I did that a lot. There's a lot of times when I bought albums, and it might have been like 1 or 2 songs in there you know, I liked or didn't like or whatever.
$20 for one song.
Man, and what was the one that used to cost the most? ACs was always like $18. They used to have it at restaurants. I don't remember what it was called though, but man, I used to go in there and want that CD, $18. The only $18 CD I ever bought that I thought was dope as fuck was A. Marie.
Was who? Oh, A. Marie.
She was dope. A lot of people don't know about her, but her first album was the beats, the songs, the voice, everything was on point with that album. So if y'all, I don't remember what that album was called, but go check out A. Marie's first album. If you like R&B or whatever, it's a dope album.
The one song I remember liking a lot, but I ain't never listened to the album though.
Yeah, she's what was it called? Why don't we fall in love or something like that? I know she had a remix with Luda. She had a remix with Luda on there that was dope as fuck too. Which is funny I brought Luda up too because like I said, another thing about streaming services, I don't even know what half my CDs is. My CDs gone. I'm gonna buy half of the big ass book, but I could just go back and listen to some old Luda and shit like that, which I've been doing lately. But before I go too far on that, I'm gonna bring up the bad side of streaming services, and this is when it comes to that whole album sales thing. Is that artists done figured out ways to amplify the numbers or multiply and stuff like that. And no, because really ain't nobody selling physical copies. They might. The popular artists like Nicki or or Drake or something like that, they might hit the 80, 100,000 physical records, and then the rest of that should be all streams and stuff like that. But like artists now are and they fixed it with YouTube. YouTube also had it where so many plays would count as album sales, but they stopped that shit with I want to say it was either the Migos or it was Post Malone that was doing that shit, and they kind of was like, no, we're not gonna count that. But still, like the Apple Music, the YouTube and not YouTube, but the Apple Music, Spotify, and Untitled are the ones where people are putting out double albums that aren't even full quality, but it's still gonna sell. Are they putting all these songs on there and it's still not gonna sell? But because there's so many songs on there, it's still counting as more streams and more plays and stuff. And that's what I don't like.
Yeah, they gaming the system, and I also feel like we gotta separate because niggas is calling Drake a bigger artist than Michael Jackson now because his sales did more than Thriller, but that's because how the sales is calculated. Let's just separate that. Because we could never know. I doubt Drake would ever outsold Michael Jackson, but we'll never know.
Yeah, because I just had this conversation with my cousin yesterday about Michael Jackson. How many albums does Thriller sell? That's just it's more than Diamond. I know that. Yeah,
over 100 million.
Yeah, I know ain't nobody, ain't Drake and Beyonce, none of that ain't sold no 100 million right now. That's one album. That's one fucking album.
That's not doing it.
That's one album. And the impact will never be as good as Michael Jackson's legacy. Ain't even just Michael Jackson. It's the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
That shit
so we shouldn't even compare. Let's just start a whole new.
Okay. I hate to bring this up. That's like comparing, and I hate this comparison because I am a LeBron fan. But I hate the comparison between MJ and LeBron.
Why do you hate it? Because they're two different
types
of players?
Because it's a whole different fucking era. It's a whole different era. There's a whole different set of rules. There's a whole different style of basketball. Basketball back then was more physical. And people ask me, do you feel like LeBron could play back then? Yes, I do, because of the size of because of his size and his physicality, but also because he would have been used to that. You can't take a basketball player from now. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, this player could play back then and this player could play back then. No, because and certain players, yes, because of how physical they are, if they grew up playing that way. But when you playing in basketball now where you can, tap somebody on the arm and then that's a foul, or, like just tippy tap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm of the belief that every future athlete will beat all the past athletes just off of evolution alone.
Yeah, but it's more about offense and finesse now. It's not built on defense and
I think they would adjust
like it was back then. Yeah. Back then it was more like a team that wasn't even good offensively could win just because they was a good ass defensive team.
Like the Detroit.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was gonna go. The motherfuckers won a ring just because of how good they was defensively. There were no players on there like super good offensively, nothing like the Warriors. I give them mad props too, and it's like you gotta be realistic about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't say stuff that's just ridiculous. And a lot of people that know me know I don't say no ridiculous stuff, but I don't feel like you can compare those eras. It's just not maybe a Kobe and LeBron thing. You can compare that maybe because they did play at the same time, but the whole Jordan and LeBron thing that needs to be dead.
I don't think it needs to be dead. They won't even too far off.
It makes for good basketball talk, but
I think it's more comparable to Drake versus Michael Jackson. But I'm gonna assume you're of that mindset because if you had to choose, you would choose LeBron, correct?
On what? For what?
Period. Just period. You about to do an open draft of all the players ever to try to win a ship. You got the first pick. Who you getting?
Ooh, that's tough. I probably would say LeBron.
See, I knew it. That's why you're of that belief.
Yeah, I would. And that's just because a lot of people. Okay, this is the thing I hate when people say this though. People say this, and this don't sound realistic either. Because they be like, oh, well, if you take Jordan and put him on the Cavs team, they would have beat the Warriors. No, they wouldn't.
You don't think so?
No, they wouldn't. That team wasn't good enough.
Which
I don't care how good Jordan is.
Team?
The recent one he just had?
The one that
the one they won the ring. Oh, yeah. They could have won that with Jordan. Yeah. But and somebody thought I said with LeBron playing on the team. No, take LeBron off the Cavs, put Jordan on that same team. Jordan can score 50 points. They're not going to win.
I don't know, man. Well, here's my thing with when I compare Kobe and Jordan to LeBron, because niggas say LeBron makes his teammates better. And I'm assuming you're of that subscription too.
Depends.
What does it depend on?
How good the player is. You can't, cause you can. I feel like you can make some.
Let's do this. What's your definition? What's your definition of making your teammates better?
Getting them more active in the game.
So just like passing on the ball more.
Yeah. And that's not shot at Kobe. Kobe was a killer. He was a straight up killer, scorer. He was gonna guarantee you points every night off his offense. But then he would say stuff like, "Who am I gonna pass it to?" You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and that's perfectly fine. LeBron don't think that way. He don't think like I'm a scorer. Like he's very capable of it, and I feel like that's where he gets some of the fault from too. I'm not saying he's perfect. That was a lot of fault, and I really can't say that's a fault though, because I don't see how you could look at
people's greatest strength is usually their weakness as well.
Yeah, sometimes so, and you wanting to get people involved when he should have took certain shots. I can't really say that's completely bad. I really don't see how you can say that, because it's like you're just trying to get other people involved. Even though yes, he should take the shot.
I call it bad just because, of course, your first half of your career, fine. But I think after a while you should learn.
Yeah. Oh man, it be times it piss me the fuck off.
Like yo, niggas.
And you see him do it though. He's made some clutch shots. It's like
so you're capable of it too.
But his thing, and that's another downside. That's a downside to LeBron. Like he I feel like with him being in LA now is a different mindset, because he kind of getting to that point where he don't care what people think about him. But I feel like then it was like he more so wanted to look like he wasn't the one that messed up, or he didn't take the shot, stuff like that. Which that is another downside to how his mental, and which is a little weaker than some players that are like the Kobe's and the Jordans and stuff like that. So I'm saying, y'all, I'm admitting that, LeBron, his mentality isn't as strong.
You're very rational.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate being categorized in that same category as those LeBron fans that be like, LeBron could beat the Warriors by himself. Like, nigga, shut up. Like, don't say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not being realistic, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does. But I do feel like now, and he just, like, this is another thing. Like, they're saying, like, oh, LeBron's getting washed, or he just came off of his best season he's ever played in his career.
Because that's the. Do you think? Because to me, that nigga's now washed, and I don't see. I just think a lot of people just don't want to see him. It's people that are genuine, and I don't get it. Cause like growing up, like me and my cousin, like we used to always argue about basketball, and I used to just say my little slick shit about Kobe and stuff like that. But I always understood his greatness. Like I understood like he was dope. You know what I'm saying? I get what he does and brings to the court, but it was just talking shit. Yeah. But there's some people that out here that really
literally be hating, like
really their
life.
Like
okay, like I don't know. I don't even argue with people like that no more. I used to get in these debates all the time, but now when I see people say stuff that's just not rational, I just he's just saying some shit, and that whole chilling shit nowadays is rampant. Like it ain't even just that; it just comes to everything. Like people want to try to see if they could get some kind of rise out of you. Yeah. So I just be like, all right, man, that's you cool with your opinion.
I ain't giving that.
Cause there's a lot of opinions I have on certain things, and people feel a certain way about it. I'll be like, I'm more like, all right, that's cool, that's what you think. But they be like, no, this is just terrible. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just mad that you got your own opinion and you cool with sticking with it.
Why are you happy with the way you think? Yeah. Like we were saying, LeBron came off of arguably his best year, or at least one of his best years ever, 15 years in the game. Then we look at the NFL.
That's time, too.
Yeah, then we look at the NFL. Tom Brady is like 40-something. Almost 40 something.
I don't know how you feel about Tom Brady. I think he's the best quarterback though.
We'll get on that. Excuse me, y'all. Then we'll look at I think I had another example. But anyway, we got these people who are like way up in there. We can even look at Floyd, who was 40 something when he retired. Mm-hmm. And these niggas retired at top. Do you think that all these niggas happen to be anomalies in different sports, or do you think that perhaps this is gonna be like the new wave of greatness where niggas don't fall off because of like information these days?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It has a lot to do with the advancement in not just technology, but also the training.
Yeah, training, diet,
all that shit. Okay, for example, if we gonna talk about boxing, like back then, boxing, like everybody wanted to see a slugfest. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted to see you just, knocking niggas, hitting them hard and, just knocking people out and, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people wanted that, which I feel like people still kind of do now, and that's the reason why a lot of people, Floyd does not liked by everybody, that's obvious. But he's able to keep that longevity in boxing because boxing is a science and it is a hit and not get hit sport.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if it was, he got great coaches in his, you know, people that he trained with in his background, and I think he kind of stumbled up on something with his hands being the way they are, because you know, if you don't know Floyd, he don't have the strongest hands, they're very brittle and stuff like that, so he kind of figured out a way to beat his opponents without
great
power
to me.
You know, and that's why I say Terrence Crawford, that boy ain't nothing to play with, because I feel like he has that Floyd defense, but he got more power than Floyd do.
So when I say something like, and this will be aired publicly probably by tomorrow, but I say this on the one I did with Duff already. So when I say Terrence Crawford is the greatest boxer ever, excluding nobody, you will say to that what?
I don't have no argument with that. Actually, I don't. Because I feel like Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer, but I feel like, I'll say this, I feel like Terrence Crawford, he will be better.
Yeah, well, because he still got to prove himself.
Yeah.
It's like a prophecy.
But there's the thing, there's no doubt in my mind that there's anybody that can.
Because to me, he's an offensive Floyd.
There's got to take exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like he has Floyd's defense, but he has better offense than Floyd. So I feel like that's crazy, and I'm proud to, you know, almost tell you my whole time born in Charleston, but I'm proud to be like from that city. Like I supported him when he had his boxing matches here. You know, unfortunately I didn't always get to travel, but yeah, man, this next fight he had me here, man. I'm definitely there. Yeah, you know, and I admire what he's doing. That's a dope dude, man. Like I've had a couple conversations with him. He's come to my job and got a couple phones from me and stuff like that. Very humble dude.
Yeah, cool nigga.
Yeah, so he's cool, man. I think he's the next wave, man. Yeah, if not right now, if you want to say that, with Floyd being retired, so technically, I mean,
I think even if Floyd came back, I'm not
I don't think at this point, and I'm gonna be real, that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't think Floyd want to fight. I don't think he want to fight.
Knows
I
better.
think he knows better. And I'm a big.
And Floyd is like one of my role models. Like I fuck with Floyd,
I think
tough.
And people were like, I think a lot of people say he picked his fights. I think he would have picked this one. He would have been like, no, I'm gonna sit out on this one, because McGregor had no point. No, he had no reason for being in the ring with them. But they made that money. That goes to show you where Floyd's mind is at when it comes to marketing, and you know, and he sold the fuck out of that, because the obvious idea is like, this is not even a real fight, but people still pay for that shit though. You know, like somebody that ain't never boxed in their life, and that's all they do is MMA. They can't do none of that. He's supposed to fight a boxer, and people seen what happened to MMA fighters when they fight boxers in the octagon. Like a MMA fighter, do what you do, but don't any MMA fighter that ever tried to fight a boxer and tried to go blow for blow, it never turned out good for him. You seen what happened to Ronda Rousey? Yeah, she tried to go box with that boxer in there, and she was getting tapped like.
God damn it, Ronda.
Getting tapped bad. Like,
right on the top.
So bad. She how long did she quit? She quit for a while and then came back and then lost again or something. Like that.
It was all bad, man.
She wrestling now, ain't she?
I don't know what she doing. I don't think nobody knows.
And she getting the wrestling checks there.
And then she, well, I don't want to be messy. Never mind.
Hey man, say what you gotta say, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, didn't she catch a domestic charge back with her boyfriend? Did she get a boyfriend?
I ain't hear about that.
Rumors. I don't know. But I just thought, if that's the case, and the whole reason for being mad at Floyd was over his domestic shit, that's because you're Ronda Rousey. You're not an average woman.
That is contradicting, though.
That's very hypocritical of you. And then you got your ass whooped. So I celebrate. I like celebrating people's losses. I celebrated that one. So what you get for hating?
Yeah, that's interesting. I have to look into that, but yeah,
I'm gonna double check that. If that's not the case, I'm gonna edit that part out. Right. But yeah, man. What am I about to say? So what do you think the Lakers is gonna do? Because this is what I can see happening, and I actually, even me being a Jordan and a Kobe fan, want to happen. Lonzo handled the rock, and I think perhaps that can put LeBron in that killer instinct mode that Jordan and Kobe was always in, because they played the wing.
I was sold on it at first, honestly. Like when I when he was going to LA, and then I thought they was really going to for real get rid of Lonzo. But I mean, there's with the NBA, it's crazy now because you don't never really know. There's so many different random stories out there. But then you know what I'm saying, like there were stories that Lonzo leaked out his injury, so his trade value would go down, so he wouldn't get traded. But I think Lonzo, like, if he can get his shot going, like he can get confident in that shot and get it better, which I've also seen supposed improvements in that, and he can, you know, be that great passer that he is, then I feel like that might be good. That might be, you know.
I think if Lonzo do what he do with the facilitation, so LeBron's playing more off the ball, I think niggas like myself.
And LeBron said he said in a quote one time that he did want to play off the ball. Like
I can see him making them 35 points a game now.
Where they going though? That's the real question. They going to the finals? And I'm not talking about like the finals, but I'm saying Western Conference finals. Will they make it?
If it could play out in my mind the way I wanted to, they're going to win every damn thing. If not,
see I gotta be realistic, man. And I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying that Warriors team is just tough, man.
They are. I'm just like, yo, because Lonzo's got better the second half of last year. He's gonna have some guidance with LeBron probably showing some pointers. Get him on his game. Right. And in my mind, LeBron is going to go, since he's off ball, now he could turn into the Kobe Jordan killing instinct nigga we always wanted him to be. Right. And that he would be very successful. I would even argue way more successful than Jordan Kobe was. It's as long as you get in that mind. How the fuck can you stop LeBron if he don't want to be stopped? How? You can't.
I mean, I agree. Because a lot of people, and it's funny, a lot of people will be like, oh man, LeBron's been stopped. Nah, this is the thing about LeBron. Like, all the players that supposedly stopped LeBron, he still averaged like 30 points.
Yeah, he still averaged like a triple-double.
30 or more, like a triple-double. Like,
what is your definition?
I don't understand. Like, what is stopping LeBron? Keeping him at 30 instead of 35?
Exactly.
And, you know what I'm saying? 10, 11? Like, I don't understand that argument.
But more realistically, though, I see them playing probably like the Jazz in the 4th and 5th seed. And honestly, I really don't know if they even win that or not. I just say that one goes 7 because I like Donovan Mitchell a whole lot, right. And I wouldn't be surprised if he willed him into the 2nd round just like he did last time. Right. So that's what I got Warriors number 1 seed. I guess I got to keep the Rockets at number 2 because I don't know what I'm doing with the Spurs right now. I got Thunder at number 3.
Spurs. That's funny you said that because with Manu retired, right?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Yeah. I know Tony Parker left, Kawhi Leonard
Tony Parker left, Manu retired.
They got
Kawhi's gone. They got
the nigga from the Raptors.
Yeah. See what I said? I don't even remember his name.
Drake,
I do know it.
Yeah, Drake made fun of his name too. It was fucking hilarious. God damn it, what's his name? Boy, you gotta play better so we don't forget your name.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's funny though, because I remember it all the time until right now, and then as soon as I leave, I'm like, oh yeah, that's who it was.
Kyle Lowry and
DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
What did you see that Drake shit I was talking about? It was like a little skit. I forgot what he said. What's your name? And he's like DeMar. He's like DeMar. I forgot the joke. Never mind. Fuck that. But it was funny as fuck. But yeah, they got DeMar DeRozan. Then they get Danny Green or something. Oh no, Raptors got Danny Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with them yet.
I don't know where I put them this year. I really don't.
I'm gonna give them like 6 seed, 6 or 7 seed.
6 seed. You think they're really gonna be that low?
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Just get it together.
I gotta rate them higher than that.
Because every time Kawhi Leonard wasn't playing, Spurs was I would say trash damn near. So I don't have faith in them without Kawhi. I don't know how DeMar's gonna fit in there yet. I'm sure Greg will figure it out. So they gonna and they might even make a playoff push, but just getting there, they probably be like 6 seed. So I'm gonna say Warriors 1, Rockets 2, Thunder 3, and advancing. Lakers or the Jazz is 4th and 5th. Then the Spurs.
OKC got rid of another one of their good players too, didn't they?
Who? Another one. Who was the first one?
Well, KD obviously, but I'm talking about another guy that got traded. I think he got traded from OKC and went to New York. I think.
The big white dude.
No. I might be thinking of something else. Because I remember watching an interview where he was because he was just talking about KD. That's what I think it was. That's what I'm getting him mixed up with. But man, because this last this off season was like the craziest man. Like so many like stars was getting traded. I'm like trying to keep up with all of it. Like I never seen so many players move that much in an off season. So that's kind of interesting to me how that played out. Cause like the Warriors got man. I gotta give them respect, man. They got the NBA shook up right now.
They got it on lock.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna stop them with injuries.
They got it.
I don't know though, man. Rockets had them. I called last year. I called the Rockets and the Celtics in the finals.
Chris Paul was that piece, man.
Yeah, and he
was that piece. It's like James Harden don't know what to do when Chris Paul ain't on the.
James Harden.
He looking lost sometimes.
Yeah,
in moments.
Well, and I mean, let's talk about this since we on the subject of the Rockets. What was it, 25, 26 threes they missed?
I think it's 27.
27? Yeah. 27. Okay, we ain't talking about no high school, college basketball team.
We're talking about a group of professionals.
A group of professionals that missed 27
of them
in a row against the Warriors. That's what makes it worse.
What are the odds of that happening?
Like, this is what I'm trying to understand because after, I watched some of that game. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I heard about it afterwards because I just kind of knew what was going on with that. But as a coach, I don't understand, how you can't just, let's stop here for a second. What are we doing? Like, can we try a different strategy? Are we just, guns blazing on fuck it, we about to lose anyway, so just keep shooting?
I blame that because Mike D'Antoni strikes me as a mathematical guy, and in his mind, he was probably just saying, all right, there's 16 in a row. What's the odds of us missing 17 in a row? All right, what's the odds of us missing 18 in a row?
That's a lot. You got to cut that number. Even if you cut that number down to half, it's all right, man, y'all got to start slashing something. Y'all got to do something else to just shoot.
Penetrate, nigga, something.
I feel like I'm not even a basketball coach, but I feel like I could have made a better adjustment than that.
That's my knock against that. Because D'Antoni, one of the greatest coaches ever, but that nigga does not have any adjusting skills. He gotta have a specific type of personnel, and he runs his offense, and there's no adjusting. It's just get up there and shoot.
Right.
Is it?
Right.
It works when it works. It looks good, but. It only gets you so far, apparently.
But them rotations on the Warriors will kill you though, because they.
What you think DeMarcus Cousins gonna do?
I don't, and this is just my opinion, and just going off of people that have known that have those type of injuries never really fully recover from. And then on top of him being as big as he is, not only just size wise, but height, but then also size wise, it's I don't. See him doing a lot, but they don't need him to do a lot. They don't really need him.
They don't need him at all.
Yeah. I think there's more kind of just we gonna sign him so can't nobody else get him.
just cause.
Because he don't gotta do nothing, man. He ain't really gotta do nothing.
At all.
But and that's why I don't like the move, but I'm not mad at him for making it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Talking about DeMarcus?
Yeah, I'm not mad at him for doing that. It is what it is. I do feel like he lied about not getting calls from other teams.
Get the fuck out. Come on, nigga.
I think he just did that to kind of say what it might have made him look. But I that's the only thing about that. I don't think he was being honest about that.
Hell no, he wasn't. Ain't no way.
No.
Ain't no
He should have just said, fuck y'all, I'm going to the Warriors.
So Stephen A. Smith, I seen him say he thinks the Lakers should go after Klay Thompson. And he thinks once they get Klay Thompson, they'll be able to beat the Warriors. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
The reason why is because Klay Thompson is the most consistent jump shooter on the team.
You think he's the most consistent?
Yeah. Well, KD is too, but before that, when you would watch a lot of games where Curry would have bad games, Klay Thompson almost done. He might have a game where he might not score that much.
Because to me, he's pick up the slack consistent.
Yeah, he's definitely done that. He's definitely done that, and he's, to me, before KD, because KD he don't miss a lot. But
unless it's game 7 of
conference
finals.
When
you're up 3-1.
And that's what I'm saying. I saw a whole different KD when he went to the Warriors. KD always been good, but when he went to the Warriors, it's he's a whole different person. But at the same time, a lot of that pressure is being taken off on him playing with the Warriors. That's what that does. yes. And then that whole thing with him playing with Westbrook, I don't really know the full thing with that. That's they don't get along and all this other stuff like that. I don't know what about that was true, or maybe he just feel like Russ was just too dominant or from him or whatever. But the point is that the Warriors take a lot of slack off of anybody that goes to the Warriors.
There's no pressure on that one player.
Had some decent games playing with the Warriors. It's like they got a green light to shoot. So it's like if they shoot, fuck it, somebody else gonna shoot and make it. So, but yeah, I mean Klay Thompson, he's a good defensive player, and he his offense is pretty good too. They got him ranked higher than fucking on NBA 2K. Who was he ranked higher than? I was just like, what? Actually they had, was it Cousins that was ranked higher than Klay? Did you see those rankings?
I did see DeMarcus Cousins ranked
I just
high.
wanted to talk about that because I was just like, what?
DeMarcus Cousins don't need
They did, yeah. I think they had him ranked
rating.
like one number higher than Klay Thompson, and I was just like, how?
Yeah.
Especially with, I don't know if they look into.
They can't be looking at the injury and shit.
Yeah,
They can't be.
I still never seen DeMarcus Cousins as that type of player where he would be ranked higher than Klay Thompson. I think they got that wrong. But I don't know what they measure that shit off of. Yeah. I really don't. But yeah, if he went to the Lakers, Klay Thompson, if they get Klay Thompson and they get Kawhi, hell yeah.
No, they're just saying
if just him, yeah, because they.
So
if I feel like the way the Warriors is constructed, you can't take any of those key players out of there, or that will kind of shake things up. They would have to replace somebody that's just as good as Klay Thompson, and there's not a lot of players that play that role that will. Is what I'm saying. You can find another good ass player, but who's comfortable with being the third option.
I don't know, man. I think as long as
that plays a lot in it too. Like that's what Manu did his whole career. Like a lot of people say, Manu could have been one of the best players in the league, but he was comfortable with being a sixth man.
I think as long as Curry and Draymond is there, I think them is the main two. I think everybody else is replaceable, including KD. Clearly, he's replaceable because he won before you, and they're gonna win that year if there is an after. But I don't know about that. I don't know if the Lakers.
I don't know because they're historically, Curry has always kind of played bad in the finals.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the only thing keeping me.
And then you take Klay Thompson out of there, which he's known to pick up a lot of that slack.
Curry, the only thing that's keeping me from calling Curry the GOAT is because he sucks in the finals. I had him above Jordan and everything.
And matter of fact, has he? No, he did. He has won the finals MVP, has he?
No.
No?
No. The first one was Iguodala.
Oh, yeah. And I remember saying that too. I was like, how the fuck you let the sixth man with the MVP?
Right, they don't even start.
You know what I'm saying? And that's funny because like when Curry had his moment, he had his little moment. Everybody was just putting him above.
I was one of them.
It was like, he the greatest. He about to be the best. But I'm like, I would not take away from the fact that he is the best shooter I've ever seen. But he lacks in some areas. I think that makes you one of the best.
Yeah, such as showing up in the finals.
That too.
Man,
that's a major key. That's
a major key.
That's a major key. That's a major key.
Curry, he was so close. I had to demote the fuck out of you for that, man.
Yeah.
I had to demote. So where do you rank the Warriors as far as teams? Where do you rank that team on the all-time best teams ever list?
Top team. Oh man, I want to say somewhere in the top. And I'm gonna say this only because I give mad props to them, but I put them in like a top 10 somewhere.
Top 10?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Name these 9 great teams that
I
heard
put
of.
them in the top 5.
Why not? Why not?
Because I feel like there's better teams.
Such as
the Lakers.
Which one?
Celtics. Older teams. Are you talking about now?
Yeah, I'm talking about which Lakers? You talking about the Magic in there? You talking about Kobe and Shaq?
Yeah, all them teams.
So both Kobe and Shaq and the Magic team is better than this Warriors team.
I won't say they're better. I'm only saying this because I'm not saying it because I feel like the Warriors can beat a lot of them fucking teams, but it's just the likeness of the team.
What you mean like the other team?
Like,
How much
I
you
like
personally
that. I
like?
like that team better. Yeah.
Okay,
But
well, let's put money on it.
If I'm putting money on it, then I gotta put them somewhere in the top 3 somewhere.
So okay, let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So we know you like both them Laker teams.
Right.
I'm assuming you like.
And I'm not a huge Laker fan. I'm not. Man, I hated them motherfuckers for so long. I got family that like the Lakers and the Celtics, and I hated both of those teams for so long. I'm still not a fan of those teams. But the history there, I guess I'm kind of throwing that in there too as well.
I'm assuming you like the Larry Bird Celtics.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you probably got the '96 Bulls in there somewhere.
Oh, definitely. That was a badass team though. Now if you ask me literally like if that team could beat the world, I think they could.
Which one? The '96 Bulls. So you put your money on the '96 Bulls?
I probably would.
Okay.
Just because of who was on that team. If they get to play by the rules how it was then, where they could play physical.
We can do any rule set.
I don't know if the Warriors would be able to handle that.
All right. So what about
especially with the way defense was back then? I think that would be too much pressure.
I don't know, man. What about Shaq and Kobe Lakers versus the Warriors team? Who you put your money on?
Probably Warriors.
Who you put your money on with the Magic Laker team?
The Magic Laker team? Ooh, man.
Magic, worthy.
Like I said, I think the Bulls are probably the only team I can think of that probably would.
So you got
other than the Cavs, they did beat them. But are we putting KD on there because KD wasn't on the team when they did that?
That's a good question. We putting KD on there because when I came up with this, KD wasn't even there yet.
He wasn't there. KD changed.
But I don't think that
because he cancels out.
He really didn't make him. I don't want to say they didn't make him better, but there was nothing better to make.
He levels out what LeBron does. So like, if you take KD off the Warriors, then I feel like they could have gave him a fit. But when you got KD on there, like LeBron can do what he do, but then KD's gonna do what he do too. You can't stop him. So that just cancels out whatever LeBron does.
So you got Warriors #2 greatest team of all time.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I wanna pick them #1 because but I think the Bulls probably is still a better team. Definitely. That's definitely a better team. And that's not even just based off of just scoring them. That team, they had Jordan. I mean, they had Pippen, Rodman. And I don't know no player on the Warriors that's going to die for no balls. or you know what I'm saying? Rebounds like Rodman was.
Rodman's hustle was
Rodman would probably elbow the shit out of somebody before you hit it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's tough, man. It's tough making that list. I mean, I probably should really think about it, but I feel like the Bulls would definitely be still up there.
That's fair. Oh, what about Miami Heat with Brian and Wade in there? You got your money on.
That's a good team. That was a good team. That was a good ass team. They somewhere in the top 5.
So you still got the Warriors above them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I still got Warriors above them. Yeah. I think even with Wade, Bosh at their best, I don't know. That's tough.
At their best, I don't know. We didn't see them at their best.
Because that Miami team was better than I think they was better than that Cavs team that won the championship. I think they was. I don't know what happened with the San Antonio. They just came with that vengeance, man. They was.
Your guy.
I feel like if San Antonio didn't lose the way they did in that final, like if they would have still lost, but they didn't lose the way they did with Ray Allen hitting that 3, I don't think they would have been as aggressively hungry. But it was because that happened, and they was like, "Nah, we gotta come back and beat them." I've never seen a team come back like that and just be that aggressive on wanting to win.
I think that
their heart was there.
That Miami Heat shit was a failure. Them niggas should have never lost.
Yeah.
When they lost, it was 50%. That was awesome.
They should know, but like I said, man, he ain't. That was a tough San Antonio team, man. That was tough. That was probably their last good year though.
Yeah, but what about Dirk though?
Man, that boy took down that team by himself.
By himself.
I ain't gonna lie.
Man, he like the last real nigga alive.
Hey, and wasn't that the year that fucking when was the one black dude Jason Terry got that tattoo on his arm?
What is your tattoo
The
of?
tattoo where they want like he already won a championship.
For real? I ain't know about that.
I think so. I think that was that, and I was like, that boy's stupid. But but they won. So I mean, shit. I guess it really wasn't that stupid. But yeah, man. Hurt like he's always been one of the players that I like though. Funny thing about it is like I said, I'm not a Mavericks fan, but he did that, man. He did that. That's what I'm saying, man. People expect me to be like, oh man, I don't make no excuses for LeBron. I don't. I mean, there's obvious reasons why. There's obvious reasons why he didn't win, and then there's excuses, which I ain't gonna make.
Now I will give LeBron an excuse for 2011, because that rumor that came out, I'm inclined to believe is true.
Which one?
Of Delonte West.
Oh yeah. I would say fuck you, ain't winning shit.
I can see how that can fuck with your mind.
Yeah.
I don't excuse it in debates because it don't work to my favor.
With Serena Williams, when she found out the guy that killed her sister was getting out of jail or prison or something like that, and she had lost that.
I didn't even know she had a sister that got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Who was her sister?
I don't know. Somebody told me.
How long was it?
I'm not sure, but I heard that the dude, that not this recent one, but there was one of the, I don't know what do you call those championships they have in tennis, and she had lost because she had found out that news that morning. So that's gotta be tough, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's rough, man. So stuff like that can fuck with you mentally.
Yeah, so I be being as fair as I can. So like LeBron's first way to the finals, I excuse it. You had the whacker team, you were the underdog. I don't expect you to win that. That was impressive. Just getting there. Fine, we won't count that 0-1. That Dirk shit, that looked it terrible, but I believe that rumor, so I'll let you slide. So then from there we go 2 out of 3. Should have been 3 out of 3, but all right.
Yeah.
Then I didn't expect you to beat the Warriors. You actually lost. Then I didn't expect you to beat them again. You won. That was very impressive. That was super impressive. And then I don't like the way I didn't expect you to win, but I don't like the way he lost. Not this last time, but the time before last. I don't know if you remember watching that shit, but the time before last he lost. The first time he played KD in the finals.
Oh, the first time? Yeah.
Because, you know, he did a little triple-double shit, but, like, they was, like, 8 points away from, like, there's, like, 8 down over there. There's, like, 4 or 5 minutes left. And I'm like, yo, just go in there, just back. These niggas ain't do nothing when you back in and just back them on up. And he wouldn't do it. He just kept passing. And the score kept slowly drifting away. Then they was down by, like, it was down, like, 14 with, like, a minute and a half left. Then he wants to go and start beasting niggas, and he puts up like 8 straight points. But like, nigga, it's impossible, man.
One of the things, like a fault with that is I think he sometimes overanalyzes what's going on.
Yeah, cause like Kobe and Jordan, they don't
think about
the whole game where it's this nigga
we ain't about to let this slip away. Like, and that's what I say, man. Like
they just where's the ball? Let me put it inside.
There's qualities in Jordan and Kobe that LeBron is definitely lacking. Definitely.
I think something comes because LeBron is orchestrating.
But the potential to be greater is there.
Absolutely. That's why I think that's why I go hard on him, because I expected this nigga. I remember I was watching a nigga in Akron.
I think what would have helped him a lot though is having that
coach
and constructive criticism.
Yeah. Because he never did really have a dope coach like that.
No, he hasn't. And then somebody being there to kind of be like, hey. And maybe that might happen with Kobe. Maybe, I don't know, maybe LeBron and Kobe having some conversations that might help him.
Well, he got the A off the court advice down pat with Rich Paul, so hey, fuck it. Yeah.
There's definitely some faults there. It's tough, you know.
Yeah, man. Well, let's go ahead and get on here to wrap it up, because I know you got to drive back.
Cool.
It was a good build.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. We do it
was
again.
good, you know.
Any last words you want to shout out or anything you want to promote?
Hey, I appreciate Black having me over here, you know. Mic check coming up here pretty soon.
What date?
Definitely check that out.
What's the date and time of the mic check?
I want to say it's October 20th, I think.
October 20th.
I might have to look on that date. Don't quote me on that. If anything, I'll post it up there when you post it up and let everybody know that mic check is coming here pretty soon. If you want tickets, they'll definitely get at Dory's Bowie about it. that's I think we had a good conversation.
Absolutely.
This was dope, man.
Good Bill. Definitely invited again whenever.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.